All right, what's up, YouTube traders? It's Trader A. I am back. I'm just trying to get a better way to do these recaps and get them uploaded. I actually did make a video for my recap Friday, but I ended up not getting it uploaded. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try to make this thing live and just get the recap up so that I can continue to share my journey. So as you all know, real quick, I have a trading coach. He basically put me on a detox. I can only take 2 trades a day, and I can only trade one account, and I can only use 2 micro contracts for those 2 trades. So here I am. I'm journaling everything in TradeZella. So this is my daily report card for today. First thing, I'll go over my daily checklist for my progress tracker. Okay, my Guardian Angel trader set to micros. It says for funded accounts, but this is just an evaluation. It's the only account I'm trading, so yes, it was set to micros. Daily loss set. I don't know if I have a daily loss set on this particular account or not, because I can only trade 2 micros, but I'll make sure I do that in the future because today my loss was pretty big, so maybe I do need to have that set. Position size set, yes, I do have it set to only two for position size. Exercise before trading, yes, I did exercise. So the only day that I really don't exercise before trading, or at least that I don't have a set exercise before trading, is on Wednesday. But as a part of trying to be a better trader or become a real trader, I am trying to work on myself, and that entails my diet as well as exercise. So I will check that. Perform pre-market preparation. I really did not do that because I'm really just trying to keep myself away from the charts. I don't want to kind of be on the charts and start to decide to take a trade. I only get these 2 trades, so I just really want to just not trade them until it's time. And so I really didn't do that. So Tuesday, July 15th, 2025 goals. Follow my entry criteria for defined setup. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. Maybe I'll just say maybe my execution wasn't that good, but I wouldn't say this was a complete jump in, but it's still an area that I need to work on. Only trade 2 trades per day and done. Yes. Trade 1 account only. Yes. Only trade 2 micros. Yes. All right. So let's see. What do I want to say reflecting on what I did? Again, today was much less stressful. I knew I wasn't going to blow the account, only trading my defined setups and only trading with 2 micros. And also say and only making 2 trades. So, but I still need some changes. I need to be willing to continue with this process of limited trades and limited leverage. I do need to continue with this process. Also, I need to be patient. I need to be patient and really look for a setup. I'll say look for A+ setups. Look for A+ setups, because I feel like there's so much anticipation now for me to take these 2 trades. It's just like, okay, I'm being disciplined. I'm only going to take these 2 trades. I'm only going to use the micros. But then I get to the market, and I still feel like I'm just falling in. Like, okay, I'm here. You know how it is where you need to jump into a pool, or you need to, I don't know, dive off a diving board, or go down a water slide that's really high, and you just say, okay, I'm going, and you just go ahead and go. Well, I'm treating this process like that, and I think I still need to slow it down because I'm getting the hang of, okay, I'm not trading all day. I'm not trading multiple accounts. I'm not doing those things, but I'm still rushing the most important parts of it. You know, maybe that's okay if I, okay, I'm working on this part of it. I'm only trading one account. That's huge. That is huge for me. I'm only taking 2 trades. That is breaking news. Okay. So, maybe that's how it'll be. So maybe once I get used to coming to the platform every day, knowing I only have my 2 trades on my one account in my 2 micros, then maybe I'll eventually get to the point where I can be more patient and get into a better setup. Okay, easy money trade of the day. That's still going to be my 20 MA bounce. Overall, how did I do? I probably should do this last. The format should probably be go over the chart and then do this. So I'll make a note of that for tomorrow. So still the 21 MA bounce. I still think it's my best trade of the day. How did I do? I think I did great at following the rules. I only took 2 trades and I only used 2 micros. I'll just say, however, going forward, I need to work on patience and waiting for A+ setups. Okay, y'all, let's go and look at the charts now. Let's see, I think this is my first trade. Okay, so this was my first trade of the day. And let's look at it on my chart first. All right, so this is my Ninja Trader chart. And so basically, this was right around the open, a little bit before 8:45. Well, actually, it was right after 8:45 or 9:45. Anyway, 15 minutes after the opening bell. So we did have a wonderful impulse move to the downside. We came back up to the 20 moving average as well as the 100. So we came back up and kind of bounced off of it. This is a huge candle, but technically I would be okay if I entered here. If I enter right here, let's see if I can draw something right there. Can y'all even see that? It looks so... Maybe if I put it in yellow or lime or something, I don't know. Make it big. All right, so if I had entered right here, a tick below that signal bar, that would have been a good entry. But y'all, I don't know if you can see it, but this was my entry here. I entered short, so it was late, and of course my target was already out here, all the way out here. Now I think what happened on this one is I mistakenly got out, because honestly my stop was here. I'll just put it up here. So my entry was late. My entry should have been here. It wasn't until here. So it was like this. This still should have been my stop well up here, and my target should have been here. And I mean, that would have been okay. But what happened was I mistakenly, this was the first entry, I mistakenly got out here for some reason. Okay, so then what I did was I re-entered again, because we had another kind of bounce off the 20 moving average again. So I guess technically, that could have been a re-entry. So I re-entered here. I mean, and that counts as my second trade. So, and actually price went all the way down to here. So y'all, I was well in profit. I don't know, maybe up 100, close to 100 or over $100 I remember seeing. But I kind of got greedy, and let's see, what was I looking for? For whatever reason, I totally switched off the mode of what my strategy was, because really I usually only go 1-to-1. So 1-to-1 off this first trade would have been here. Now, even if you had said 1-to-1 off of this trade here, the second time I entered, which was here, see, I entered again here. So, and even if my stop was here, that would have been 1-to-1. So there's no way I should have entered or tried. For whatever reason, literally, y'all, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm using micros and I got a good entry. Really, the entry wasn't that good, but I'm thinking I got a good entry. Maybe this is one of the days where it's gonna drop, and even make this here, which this right here was the this green line here is the prior high, and then the purple one is the prior close. So I was thinking, well, maybe I can get to here or here. Maybe I can let this run all day. But it ended up not being that type of trending day. So literally, even though I was over $100 in profit, I let this thing come back, turn all the way against me to here. I let this thing turn all the way back against me. So that is what I did. That is not a good thing to do. So anyway, I had 2 losses. The first one because I mistakenly got out of the trade, just moving, kind of playing with my target, and I made a mistake and closed it out. Re-entered again on a legitimate setup, legitimate entry, but just kind of got stupid. I kind of got stupid and just didn't take my normal trading plan in terms of getting out. I usually get out. I mean, this was the VWAP right here. I mean, I could have gotten out at the VWAP. It went even below that. At this point, this was the opening range already set. It was down here. I could have at least gotten out there. And that's usually how I get out. I usually take my 1-to-1, or if there's another important line like the VWAP. Even here was my Bollinger Band. You know, those are usually places where I get out. But I think I just started to just get caught up and say, oh, you know, maybe this will be one of these days where I can just get this huge trade since I'm only trading 2 micros. And literally this thing just came all the way back up because I think I did have my stop way up here at this original pivot point. So anyway, that was my day today. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm still proud of myself. I think what I'm doing is a very good exercise. The whole detox thing, not trading as much, only trading the 2 micros, but I still just need to keep my head in the game a little bit more, just focusing on what I'm doing. You know, just because I'm only trading 2 micros is not the time to say, oh, I'm just going to take a trade and let it sit all day. You know, no, how about use the micros and trade your original plan? Remember, I'm a scalper, not a swing trader. I'm not even an intraday trader. I'm a scalper. So I just have to keep my head on straight, stay focused. So I'll be back at it again tomorrow, and we'll see what happens then. We will definitely just see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me, and trade safe.